Hello everyone and welcome to Zupto's Kitchen. Today I am making a nice, delicious, fluffy omelet with eggs, cheese, potatoes, some diced ham, and a little secret ingredient. So, let's get to cooking. First things first, I'm going to crack in 5 eggs in the bowl. I made this recipe last week and I must say it was delicious. It was fluffy, had great flavor in it. It was perfect. To this, I'm going to add in a little milk. Let me just go ahead and wipe my hands real fast. Alright, so then we're going to have some pepper and some salt. Just a little more. I'm going to go ahead and whisk this all together. To this, I'm going to add in pancake batter, about 1/8 of a cup. Very small amount. I think the last time I made this last week, I think I added too much, so I'm going to just do 1/8 of a cup into the eggs, just like that, and whisk it up. Want to try to get all the lumps out as best you can, and make sure everything is nice and incorporated. Just like that. Okay. So we have our pan here. I'm going to turn this on medium heat. And what we're going to do is we are going to cook. Get some oil in here. We're going to cook potatoes. Shredded potatoes. Where I'm only going to make half the bag, because I feel like last time I made this, there was too many potatoes. I'm going to use half the bag. And we're going to season them normally how we do. Salt, pepper, garlic salt, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. So we're going to let this oil heat up. Then we're going to put half the bag in. And we're going to cook it until it's nice golden brown. So, again, I'm just going to add in half the bag. Just a little more. There we go. It's about half. Then we're going to take our little thing, go ahead and move this around, get it all nice and coated in the oil. To this, we're going to add some salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. Just a little bit. Go ahead and give this a nice toss, give this a nice stir. And I'll show you why we're cooking these first. But we really want to get these nice and brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make one layer of this so it can brown on the bottom very nicely. Then we'll flip it over and let it brown on the other side. But we want it in a nice layer so everything cooks evenly and there's no potato left behind. Then if you want, you can go ahead and season it a little more just to make sure that it's nice and seasoned and flavorful. Again, just a little more paprika. I always do this. I season my potatoes twice just so they are nice and delicious, because I know if you season them once, they could just taste like potato instead of that. So these look pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is just flip them. And you can see they're starting to get a little brown, which is exactly what we want. We're going to just press these down again, and we're going to just let these cook. If you need to add more oil, go ahead and add more oil. I feel like the potatoes really absorb a lot of that oil when it cooks. So if you need to add a little more, which is probably what I'm going to do, go for it. But otherwise, we're just going to let these cook. Added a little bit more oil to this. I flipped them over, and they're still doing good. So we're just going to let these cook. They smell delicious. You could smell the onion and garlic powder. You could smell the paprika. It smells amazing. I'm gonna flip these. You can see it's starting to get brown, nice and crisp, which is exactly what we want. So we're just gonna go ahead, let's go ahead and flatten this out one more time, and then just go ahead and leave it. If you have one of those flattened things, you put it on the potatoes to make them nice and crisp. You could use that, but it's not necessary. These are looking really good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put these on the plate. Just like that. Oh, they smell amazing. Alright, I'm going to reduce the heat, and then I'm going to put some butter in for our eggs. Alright, so I'm going to put in a good 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons? Yeah. And the reason why is because we really want we don't want this to stick to the pan. We really want it to form as best as we can. Just gonna go ahead and move that around. I guess I'll use this. So I'm trying to get the sides of the pan too, so it doesn't stick there. Like I said, we really want this not sticking. Alright, so we're going to let that melt a little more. I have our mixture here. Little egg pancake mixture. Go ahead and really... Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just dump this in. Just like that. I'm going to leave it until it starts forming on the sides. And I'm going to take our little scraper and scrape the sides when it starts cooking. Remember, I have this on low. So it's going to take a little while to heat up, but we really want that to form a nice bottom for us. You can see it's forming on the side. So we're going to go ahead and move this just like that. We're going to let the eggs kind of go over the pan again, just like that. Now, what we're going to do is this is where I like to add all of our delicious goodness. So I have some diced ham here. Just going to add that in. We're going to take half of our hash browns. Then we'll go ahead and add in, I have Fiesta cheese, but you can add in whatever kind of cheese you want. Just like that. We're going to let it melt, and then what we're going to do is we're going to, this is the worst part, try and fold it as best as we can, which is not going well, but that's okay. Go ahead and fold the other side. So then we're going to go ahead and flip it. Try to flip it onto itself. So we're going to go ahead and that's where it gets a little bit messy. I'm gonna let this cook a little more, just to solidify the bottom. And then we're gonna try to flip it. Here we go. It's not gonna go well, but hey, it's alright. Not a big deal. Go ahead and flip that. There we go. Not the best, but you know what? It's still gonna be delicious. Okay. So we're going to let this cook just a minute. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it, just go ahead and slide it out like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and take the rest of our hash browns. We're going to lay this on top, just like that. Then we're just going to take some cheese, sprinkle it on, just like that. And then, this is optional. So we're going to go ahead and take some sour cream. Mix this up a little. And then we're just going to do a dollop right on top. A dollop or two. There we go. And now, we are ready to taste test. Again, this is what it looks like. It looks so good, so delicious. So, let's try it. Right? So, here is our delicious omelet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spread the sour cream just kind of all over. Oh, the cheese is nice and melty. Oh, this looks amazing. So let's try it. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that not look good? Mmm. Oh my gosh. That is delicious. You taste the ham, you taste the hash browns, you taste the cheese. It's nice and fluffy. Mmm. So good. So good. Okay, one more bite. That is a delicious dish. Even though it's not quite an omelet, it's just kind of like a pile of eggs with stuff. Try to make the best omelet I could. But hey, it is still delicious, and I recommend trying this recipe. That does it for this episode of Zedlo's Kitchen. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember to be the best you can be, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!